Hello and welcome back to the Art of Crochet blog. Now we're going to have a go at making square number 12, which is very exciting because it's cluster stitches. Now we did some cluster stitches in the last few squares, so this is square number 11, remember this one? And this one has some 3 treble clusters. Now the difference with this one that we're going to try on square number 12 is that these ones are just 3 trebles and then a space, and you work into the space. What we're going to be doing is joining up those 3 stitches at the top so that instead of causing this flared shape, it'll be closed up at the top. If you don't know what I mean now, you will in a minute when we've had a go. So square number 12 is with our lovely mauve yarn. I think this is my favourite colour. Don't you love it? And what it says to do in the pattern is to make 19 chains and then work a row in double crochet. So I've done that already, one step ahead as ever. So here we are. So there's my little row of 17 stitches now. So you start with 19, and then when you've lost a couple in the turn here, then you've got 17. Okay, so here we are at the end of the first row, and I've done my 8 double treble clusters. That's a mouthful, isn't it? And then at the end, you don't do a cluster into this last stitch. What you do is you do 1 chain, and then 1 double treble into that last stitch. So you get a sort of a tall post like you did at the other end. Let's see if I can do that. 1, 2, 3. There we are. So we've got that at that end and that one at that end. And then you turn round and we need to do 4 chain for our standing chain. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we're off again with the clusters. But this time we're going to put 2 chains in between the spaces, so that the first cluster goes into that space there, and then there's a 2 chain which will be the space for the next row. So get to the last bit there and keep those hooks on. 1, that's 2 double trebles, and then here's the next one for this cluster. Oh, there we are, and then I've got 4 chains on the hook and then through there. Now 2 chain, 1, 2, and then into the next one there. Okay, so it's just a question of keeping going now. Actually, that one doesn't look so good, does it? Do you know what? I'm going to undo that. It's important to keep the tension right, and if you lose it, you can just stop and start again, just like that. Here we go. There, look, that looks a bit better, doesn't it? You know when you've gone a bit awry, and everyone has their own tolerance level. Some people can cope with it being a bit messy, and other people want it to be perfect on the whole. I'm not too bothered about little variations, but if you can stop it in time, it's worth it. So there's another cluster, and then 2 chains, 1, 2, into the next one, and then you just keep going. I was a bit confused about square number 12 because it says in the pattern to do trebles and in the steps to do double trebles. So I thought, well, I'm going to do the whole square again, but in trebles to see what would happen. And I'm on the second row now. And do you know what? It doesn't make any difference. You just carry on exactly the same. And you'll just need, if you're doing trebles, because it's a shorter stitch, you just need fewer rows. That's all it is. So it says in the pattern to do 8 rows, but in the swatch there's only 7. So they obviously had the same problem when they were doing that. So don't be alarmed. You can do trebles or double trebles if you want to get there quicker, and it doesn't make any difference.